Wafbeck. The grounds in Nigeria were not this soft. The spiritual ground in the land was not this soft.
Welcome to the moment of truth. You heard Matthew Ashimolowo. He said the spiritual ground in Nigeria was not this soft. People were not zombies in those days. He's not lying. And I will tell you the story today. I've done a video about Matthew Ashimolowo, the hypocrisy of Ashimolowo. Please go and watch that video. It's on my channel. You know, Ashimolowo started, he was already a pastor of Foursquare. It was Foursquare that transferred him to London. And he was under Yemisi Ashimolowo's parents because her parents are pastors. So they came to London. He was working under Foursquare. And Foursquare, sorry. And she was pregnant of their first son. So she went to do cleaning job. On her way, she was hit by a bus. So she lost 7 months pregnancy. And Matthew said, no way. She's not going to work again. They have to start their own church, which is business. So they cannot work, but they can be collecting people that are working 10%. They can be collecting people's money. And you see my anger now because I know them from day one. So they started their own church from one small hall in Downing Street in Hackney. That Downing Street, many Nigerians will know it because they use it as a party hall. So then I saw an advert on God TV that Benny Hinn brother, Henry Hinn, will be ministering there. So I went there. That was in 1994 in that small hall. It's not as big as this or nothing. So Henry was there. He was just making his own. Nothing comes out of it. I didn't see anything. I didn't even think I finished the service with them. So I left. Then from there, he started going to America, everywhere in America, Edilon, from Edilon, TD Jakes, there all these small pastors and everything. Then people started to get to know him because he was preaching the word, the real word of God then. So they couldn't, that small hall in Downing Street, now too small for them. So they moved to Hackney Wick. So a very big church auditorium. So that is when he started inviting. They were doing a program, something of champions. KICC is a yearly program. So Oyedepo, Ashimolowo, Oyedepo, Adeboye, Adefarasin, Sam Adeyemi and the wife, Adefarasin and the wife. Now they brought Funke Felix Adeyojumo to Lamlight. Our first visit to KICC, if you see the way she was worshiping there on the altar, she took like 10 minutes to worship Yemisi Ashimolowo and the husband. She came by economy and she was telling them how they came by, how they flew first class or business car, whatever. Everybody will be laughing, you'll be telling all the joke and everything. So that's how they started. So the church was growing. Then Ashimolowo suddenly disappeared. For 3 months, he left his church. The church of congregation of 5,000 people, and everybody was suffering because they didn't teach people to know God for themselves. That's why I'm teaching you here. You have to know God for yourself. You don't rely on anybody. Marriages were broken. A lot of things were happening. People sick. Everybody was complaining and all that. So one Sunday, and Yemisi used to tell them that he's coming today, he's coming tomorrow. I think she got fed up telling them, everybody disturbing her and everything. And Ashimolowo wasn't coming. He was just cool in America, from one city to another city, just preaching everywhere, making money and all that. He will go on God TV. He will raise money for Rory and Wendy, Alex and all that. Those ones, they hit their own calamity. That's why you cannot mock God. All those times I'll be watching, why are they all money, 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 money? But then, touch not my anointed. I was young then, 28 years ago. So imagine 29 years ago. You know how old I was then. Young in faith, young in experience, young in everything. So I said, let me mind my business. Don't let me talk about them. So I kept quiet. But I knew that something is fishing. And people were complaining. So one Sunday, Yemisi Ashimolowo told the congregation that if you can't wait for a pastor to come, he's not coming any soon. He's not coming back any soon. So if you know you can't wait, that's the entrance. So she tell people to leave if they can't wait. Guess what? The church emptied the following Sunday. 5,000 members. They hardly saw maybe 200 or maybe 800 or something. It's not even up to 800. When Ashimolowo heard it, he rushed back quickly. Until today, he's still suffering. The people didn't turn back. So that was we then. We were not zombie from the beginning. No, we were not zombie. Any pastor in America, people beat up pastor if they talk nonsense. They kick them out of the pulpit. They tell them you are stupid. What rubbish are you saying? What nonsense? It's not like that. That people just swallow all the rubbish, all the nonsense. Anyway, Ashimolowo started kind of pleading. Then they set up all this program. Oyedepo will come, Adeboye will come, Adeparasin and his wife, Juanita Barnum, Funke Felix Adejumo, Sam Adeyemi, Menta Otubu, Juanita Barnum, Eddie Long himself will come, TD Jakes, all of them. They started coming and they started doing all kind of things. Mark Murdoch, Benny Hinn, started inviting all these people just to grow the church back, It was a tug of war. That is why they say, these people, Ashimolowo now cried out, this happened to me, it will happen to all of you. Just what Hubert is saying now, that everybody should come out and fight against BBC documentary, because he said they started from him, Gold Mafia, now TD Jakes, now TB Joshua, they are coming for you. So this is a fight against Christianity, against Christian and all that. So then people were stupid. These men, people were stupid. So they now did something. They had a meeting. These tyrants, all this picture you are seeing here, they had a meeting. They did something. Since that time, my people, church turn zombies, and they were zombie little by little, stage by stage. And when they know that they've captured their mind, even when you slap them, they will not go. Even when you say go, people will still be begging. They did that thing. That's what Ashimolowo was talking about. If you watch, you saw the whole video in the hypocrisy of Ashimolowo, you will see the way now he was pointing fingers to the one that is doing fake miracles and everything, that they created the fire of revival, and this one came from nowhere, and they are trying to mess it up. They are trying to do fake miracles and everything. So this is how they turn the church to zombies. They collected people's brains. But look at them now. And God now sees that this is like a Tower of Babel. If I let these people alone, they will do more. They will wreak more havoc. Then God started scattering them. He used all kind of things to scatter them. God started exposing them. Edilog exposed, he ran into troubles. The other one that died in the plane crash, what's his name again? What's his name now? Please, 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 Lord help me. Yeah, I will remember. That one died in the plane crash. So death started rocking them, trouble here and there. Now, these ones now that don't even still have that much trouble, they are not together anymore. God has scattered them. He has confused their tongues. Everyone is against everyone. When Funke Dollars ran into trouble in 2018 by collecting money from people, you have to pay $1,000 for this, $1,000 for that. If you don't pay, she will start raining curses on people because they know what they've done. She dare not in 1990. They beat her up. Raining curses on the choir, on everybody, that they will not, it will not be well for them. They will not make it if they don't give and all this. So do you think that is ordinary eyes? It's not. That is when I started thinking that all these people that come together and did this thing in the Ashimolowo church. So this is the result of what they did then. That they are evil meetings. So when Funke Felix Adeojumo was going through her own trouble, Nike and the husband, Sam Adeyemi, they came up on their pulpit. They say Funke is their godmother, is that this, that this. They were giving her support. They came down. Hey! Now, people might not fight them physically, but there are still people that are still with their senses, and they will use their God-given authority to say something to them. Since that time, Nike and Sam Adeyemi and the husband, they came down. They came down. They ran into trouble. They are no longer in Nigeria. They abandoned their church in Ikeja. They are somewhere in America. All of them, they have property here and there from the money they stole here and there. And you could see that Oyedepo and Ashimolowo, they are no longer friends like before. Adeboye, everybody scattered. But the implication of what they've done or what they did then to capture the mind of people, mind of children of God, that even if they smack them, if they beat them, if they collect their monies, if they destroy their marriages, they will not still leave the church. The implication is still there today. Some people are still in the bottles, but the people that kept them in the bottles, God already disciplined all of them. He has already scattered them, confused their tongues. No one is a friend to no one anymore. Their relationship is gone and all that. So I'm saying this so that my young audience, I have like people from 18, 20, 22 watching me. They will not know what I'm saying, and they will not know the gravity of what is happening to church today. Why people are so ignorant? Even when they see like this, they will still be asking you, where is the proof? Where is the proof? You are in the bottle. You are in a bottle. So you have to pray and set your mind free. Set yourself free. All their children now that is taking over, they were all babies 29 years ago. They were all in secondary schools. But now they are taking over. They are taking over everything. Oyedepo children, where were they? They were taking over. I met some people in UK. They live in my house in Croydon for a short while. They were telling me they were winners chapels members. They were telling me how they labor for Oyedepo's children, but now they are childless. They have no kids, and they are in their 60s. That's what I'm saying to you. You labor for them, you labor in vain, because God does not know them. Anything you do to them, you give them your money, you waste your money. You labor. Nothing will come out of it, because you are just working for Satan. I did the same thing. When Benny Hinn used to come to London, I was Benny Hinn's partner for over 10 years. When he used to come to O2 Arena, the service that will start around 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock, we are already in the code. and my car will be in the car park. And you know, in the O2 Arena, the car park is so expensive. See suffering. And by the time you live there, sometimes you donated like £60, and you £60 in those days. So these people, they've been wrecking havoc for a very long time. And when they come on pulpit, you cannot even remember their preaching or anything, because everything is just story. So the story they are still telling today, it's been long ago they've been telling all these stories. So it's only because our brains are not working properly then. It's now working. When I used to go to Ashimolowo's conferences and all that, he's been stealing for a very long time. He will arrange all the professionals. They will say they are professionals. What is it called? Mortgage advisor, blah blah blah. Those that is looking for husband, professional, marriage counselor, everything, and they be charging. They be charging in thousands. In thousands. I've never fell for any of those things. And I know someone that used to go to marriage counseling something. She's late now. She didn't get on husband though. But she's late now. So my people, open your eyes. When TDJ came to preach, that was in 2003, I will never forget. Around 7 o'clock. No, not even 7 o'clock. I think it started around 6 o'clock. By 9 o'clock, Acne Council came. They first of all issued tickets to all the cars that park on the road, because the car park was full. After they issued ticket, they now came back and started clamping cars. So when we came out around 10 o'clock, I found 2 tickets. Come and see cry. Come and see people crying, because you have to pay by card. They will not accept cash. And some people don't have card that time. Many people don't have card. Many people don't have credit card or debit card or anything. Come and see cry. Then I said to myself, how can council come around 9 o'clock and started clapping cars and started giving tickets? How can this be God? And suffering like this. People that were in the church, they came out to go home, and you are going to work the following day. Me too, I do not have enough money, because you have to pay twice. You have to first of all pay for the tickets, then you will now pay for the clamping. See suffering, see cry. I have to call one of my tenants that, please, so this is what happened to me. Oh, he was the one that used his card on phone them, phone the number, and use his card to bail me out. So I said, when I came across this thing, I know God want me to talk about it, because the way people are defending those pastors, especially this case of TB Joshua, I said, God, what is going on? And God reminded me, my mind went back to those days. I said, okay, I will take pain and talk about it. God have avenged himself. But you that's still in the bottle, listen to what we are saying. This is why people are still fighting for all these pastors. You are in the bottle, you have to break free. And I pray that you receive your deliverance today, in Jesus' mighty name. I see you on my next video. Bye for now. I hope you enjoy this story. Bye.